Hi everyone, and welcome back to my vlog. This is my life. I'm coming to you live here in my room, sitting on a bed at 4:53 p.m. And why am I sitting on this bed? Because I still have not found a place to set up my chair to be able to do sit-down videos with you. And it seems like I am doing a lot more sit-down videos than I really wanted to, because I am dealing with a lot of head pain, pressure, and what it's causing is me to have some eye pain. It's causing me to be dizzy, and then when I get dizzy, I get nauseous, and it's causing me to have to stay in bed most of the time. And plus, I live in a room. Where else am I supposed to go? You've seen the videos. Live in a ghetto. Really not anywhere I can go. I just wish we could get out of here soon, but I don't foresee that happening. Well, anyways, bear with me. What do I want to talk about today? Well, what I want to talk about today is mental health awareness. Now, I have been struggling with my mental health since 2009. I had an incident that caused me to have a mental breakdown, and that mental breakdown ended up having me being diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder, which later on I got complex post-traumatic stress disorder added to that. So I've been struggling quite some time with my mental health. And these flies here are really annoying. I thought for a minute there it was supposed to rain because of all these annoying flies. There's no rain in the forecast, but these flies are ridiculous this summer. I'll be glad when the weather gets cooler and these flies can go straight to... Anyways, as I was saying, I struggle a lot with my mental health. And no, I am not medicated for my anxiety or anything. I will be doing a separate video to explain why I'm not medicated. And people that do know me know why I'm not medicated. Am I against medications? Certain ones, yes. Other ones, if you desperately need them, yes. But it's not a long-term solution to be put on medication. It should be a short-term solution. You should be able to work on coping skills, come up with techniques of your own to help you get through your anxiety, your panic, your depression. Find different ways. For the past 3 years, I have had to learn how to do all that on my own, because that's about as long as I've been off of medication. Well, 3 years, coming September 28th will be 3 years that I've been off my medication. Well, one of my medications. The other one, it'll be February, will be my three years. I've had to learn a lot of coping techniques and a lot of just regular techniques to help me get through my anxiety, my depression, my panic. But because of recent events that have happened to me and my husband as well, I've dealt with a lot of trauma, and hopefully I can recover from that and put that behind me, put those incidents behind me, and let my brain just erase what those people did. And I will be doing a video on that. I will be doing a video on what trauma I'm talking about. I'm not afraid of anybody. I'm not afraid to speak my mind. I still have my First Amendment, which is my freedom of speech. If they have a problem with it, then so be it. I tell the truth. They don't. And I know they don't tell the truth, because there'll be more about that in another video. But let's talk about mental health awareness. Now, there are millions, billions, whatever, of people out there that struggle with mental health problems. Whether they struggle daily or just every so often. There's a lot of people out there that struggle with mental health problems. And these mental health problems, they're not segregated, okay? Blacks, whites, Mexicans, Asian. We all struggle with mental health problems. People of all different ages struggle with mental health problems. It's not just like an age thing. It's not like, oh, you're going through menopause. That's why you got your mental health problems there. Or, oh, you're a mom or you're a dad. You're getting stressed out from the kids. That's why you got that mental health problems. No. Any age, you can have mental health problems. You could be a child and have mental health problems. You could be a senior citizen and have mental health problems. And each one of us, when we experience our mental health problems, no matter what it is, and I'm not going to go through the list of every type of mental health problem there is out there. We're just gonna combine them all together. We all react to mental health problems differently. No two people are the same when they struggle with mental health problems. Like with me and my CPTSD. The way I struggle with my CPTSD could be different than somebody else that struggles with CPTSD. And why is that? It's because we both could have different reasonings why we have complex post-traumatic stress disorder. Mine is mainly because of the abuse that I put up with in relationships that I was in. And when I say abuse, I mean emotional abuse, physical abuse, psychological abuse, verbal abuse, and sadly, sexual abuse. Somebody else may have it because they saw something that is there, but it was something that they saw on a daily basis. It could be a child seeing one of their parents being hit on a daily basis by their spouse. We all experience our mental health problems differently. Nobody is the same. So when people give advice on how you should deal with your mental health, they're not taking into consideration that we all are different. We all are different. Not everything helps everybody. When somebody tells me to do breathing techniques, they don't listen when I say, tell me to do a breathing technique. The minute I start doing that, I'm going to start hyperventilating. Because when somebody says breathe in, breathe out. What's going to happen when I breathe in? I'm going to breathe in and I'm going to stay breathing in because stress and everything is all up in my head. Not everything works for everybody. When people say, oh, well, put a cold washcloth around your neck. Well, I don't like things really cold on the back of my neck. I don't. When people say, oh, take a cool shower. Go get in the shower. Let the water run on you. You'll feel better. No. I have personal reasons why I do not like cold showers or cool baths. I have personal reasons against that. Don't think that's going to work for me, huh? No. I'll explain that another time. Not everything works for everybody. And the thing is we all got to do this trial and error thing. Like me, it has taken me almost 3 years to finally figure out different techniques that'll help me. And I'm still struggling. With them. Believe me, techniques, they don't work 24/7. They only help in the moment. And when you do these techniques, this is when you're having problems that you cannot control it. You cannot control it. You need these techniques because you can't think yourself out of the situation. And that's me. I'm an overthinker. I am an overthinker because of everything I've gone through for the past 20 years. I am an overthinker. I analyze everything. I will nitpick at everything. I will put everything under a microscope and I will look at it until I figure it out. Why is that? It's because of what I've been through. It's because of how I was treated. And like I said, where we all experience this all differently, it's because each one of us, we are our own person. We are our own person. We experience things differently. Some people can do meditation and it helps. Me, I still don't understand meditation. I love meditation sounds. I love meditation music. I just don't understand the whole concept of meditation. I don't. Do I have anybody that could teach me? No. I have to learn all this on my own. Counseling. Counseling usually helps for people, but not everybody. Not everybody. I've been through counseling many times. The first time when I first had my mental breakdown, I ended up in counseling. I loved my counselor. She was the greatest. But unfortunately, when I left counties, I had to give her up because I was in a different county. Since then, I didn't get a new counselor. I just ignored the thought of getting a counselor. And then, almost 3 years ago, I had a situation and I ended up in the crisis center and they hooked me up with a counselor, a therapist. And it seemed like she was wasting my time and wasting money. I was paying a co-payment for my visits that were videos, and she would be late to them. And I'm supposed to have 45 minutes of a counseling session. And she would take away the time that she was late, and I would lose that. She wouldn't start the clock at when she got on the screen. No, she started the clock when my appointment was supposed to begin. That's when the clock got started. It's not how it works, but that's how she thought it worked. I stopped dealing with that. I stopped calling and scheduling my appointments. I stopped responding to them. I kept getting the no call, no shows in my chart, and I just ignore it. And they want to say, oh, well, we need to close your case. Well, you should have closed it a long time ago because I gave up on you. You wasted my time. You wasted my money. Now, see, counseling does not work that well with me because I have not found a decent counselor since my very first counselor that I ever had. But it may help other people. Another thing is laying in a dark room listening to sound. And when I say sound, it could be nature sounds or it could be soft instrumental music. That works for some people. For me, it works to an extent. It helps me when I have to go to bed. Lately, I have not. It's so uncomfortable sitting on a bed, okay? Because your body seems so squished. And you can see that I am kind of squished because you see this is like this and this is like bulging. I am seriously uncomfortable. Hopefully soon I can find a spot that my chair can go to and I can do better sit-down videos with you guys because this is getting ridiculous being stuck on a bed. Well, anyways, and it hurts my legs, and I have problems with my legs because of neurological problems I have problems with my legs. As I was saying, the sound does help a lot of people. It helps me. My main thing is Christmas music. I can listen to that all year long. I'll listen to that all year long. And people will say to me, isn't it a little soon for Christmas music? No. For me, no. No, it's not. I love Christmas. I love Halloween and I love Christmas. 2 holidays that were mine and my mother's holidays. It's when we would decorate the house, and those were our 2 holidays that we would decorate together. We all have different techniques to get through our mental health. But there's something else I want to talk about. And it's not about our mental health problems. It's about the people around us. The people around us. Now, when you struggle with mental health problems, it seems that it's always best to be able to talk to somebody. Me, unfortunately, I have no friends. All my friends, well, I call them they're more like acquaintances because they're not really friends, are online. And some of them I don't even know personally. I just added them and that's it. We had mutual friends, so I just added them. Some of them I don't even hear from. The best thing for somebody that has mental health problems is to be able to talk to somebody. And like I was saying, I don't have any friends. I don't have any family. I have nobody to talk to. I have my daughter every once in a while, but, she has her own problems that she's dealing with, and I have my own problems. So, sometimes it's hard to talk to my daughter because she's got a lot of drama going on in her life because men. That's all I gotta say. Men. I'm not gonna say much about my daughter because that's not my business to be saying anything about my daughter's life. That's her business. But all I'm going to say is men. And when you have somebody that you can talk to, it's really great because then you can get a lot off your chest and you can be distracted. If you're having a panic attack, you can be distracted. Me, I find that I have to text people. I have to text or message people. And when I text people, and these are people that say, oh, I'm here if you need somebody to talk to, blah, blah, blah. And I know that the person is available because the one person I text does not work. She's, I assume, retired. I really don't know. And I always get these off-the-wall responses. Nothing that's helpful. Just off-the-wall responses. And I'm thinking to myself, why are you even bothering? Why do you bother? Because your off-the-wall response is not helping me. And then you tell me you're going to call me, and then I don't hear from you for another 3 days. Okay, what happened to calling me? And then when I do get the call, oh, how are you doing? How's this? Well, I'm fine. 3 days later, I'm fine, yeah. Don't lie to people. Don't lie and say, I'm going to be there if you need somebody to talk to. Or, I'll give you a call. I'll talk. We can talk. Don't lie to people that have mental health problems because you know what? You just cause them more anxiety. Let's move on to people that I message online. I have the few people online that, say, okay, they'll be there for me. If I need somebody to talk to, I'm there. And I know, their schedule. I kind of know by when I see them online when I can get a hold of them. So it determines which person I would like to talk to. And the thing is I'll send a message and then I see that the message was read, but there was no response. And I'm thinking to myself, do you not realize I can see when the message was read? Maybe you should turn that a little option off on your end if you want to ignore me. Because it is very disrespectful when somebody says, oh, I'll be there for you. If you need somebody to talk to, I'll be there. Well, apparently you were there, but you decided you weren't going to say anything to me. And that right there pisses me off. It really pisses me off because then it makes me want to say, you know what, I'm about ready to block your ass because you know what? You're not doing anything but causing me more problems. And then you get the short responses. Nothing helpful, just short responses. And never asking about the person that messaged them. Like, okay, we'll use myself. Never asking me what is wrong. What am I feeling? What mental health condition is, aggravating me? And usually it's I'm having heart palpitations and I need to be calmed down, because I don't know where these heart palpitations are coming from, because I don't think it's 100% anxiety related like doctors like to say. And I'm going to get into that in a video I want to do about gaslighting. I talked about it in my podcast, but now I want to talk about it here. So, when somebody that struggles with their mental health has those very few people that they, can turn to, they hope that they can talk to the person and be able to have a conversation with the person and actually feel better. But when they are ignored, like a message is read but they don't say anything, or their situation they're in seems to be just ignored, like, but here, this is my issues that I'm having. Well, good for you. Should I ignore you too? But no, I'm not like that. I will ask you about your issues. And it's really frustrating. And that's not something you do to somebody that has mental health problems, because then you just make them feel lower. I struggle with low self-esteem. I've struggled with it for a very long time. And it just seems like people just make it worse. It just makes it worse. It's like my husband says, when I say I'm fat, which I am fat. I gained like 60 pounds from trauma that I dealt with last year. He'll say, you're not fat. And in my head, do I believe him? No, I don't. Because I feel like that's just a regular male response, is to just tell your wife what she wants to hear. Or if I say I'm ugly, okay? I know when I'm ugly. I'm ugly right now, okay? You know why I'm ugly right now? Because I've been having problems trying to put makeup on. I don't know what the deal is. I get headaches from it. I don't know what's going on. And plus, I haven't been feeling good, so I'm not putting makeup on. And who am I trying to impress in a room? Nobody. And he says, oh, you're not ugly. Yeah. Do I believe him? No, I don't. I'm sorry. It just feels like it's a typical male response, to tell your wife what she wants to hear. It's how it's been my whole life, Just tell Abby things that she wants to hear. But if you promise a person that they can turn to you to talk, if you've opened up their message and knowing damn well they can see that you read that, you need to respond back. And if you don't have time to, get into a full conversation, just say, hey, hi, how you doing? I was just checking my messages. I just saw yours. I'm kind of busy at the moment. Can we get back? We'll get back to this, at such time. I won't be busy, okay? But if, you seriously need to talk, please just message me again, and I'll just drop everything and I'll just get to you. And I know everybody can't just drop everything and get to a person. I know that. But I'm just giving it a scenario. So, when you have a friend or a family member that struggles with their mental health, please do not ignore them. Do not ignore them. The worst thing to do is ignore somebody that struggles with mental health. And the reasoning behind that is you don't know what they are really 100% dealing with when they're not talking to you. You don't know. You don't know what kind of depression they're going through. You don't know what kind of thoughts are going through their head. Me, I struggle with intrusive thoughts. I have weird thoughts that go through my head. I admit it to people. I will not act upon anything that goes on in my head. I ignore it. I just ignore it because I've had a lot of thoughts go through my head that I did not want going through my head, and I acted upon them. And I'm glad that I'm still here because I have children that I would like to see, become adults with their own families. I already have a daughter that's working on her family. I want to see my children grow, and I want to be there to see grandchildren, and I want to be there. I want to be alive, and there's never a good reason to end your life for anything. There is no reason. Your life is more valuable and more important than a situation that caused you to not want to live anymore. That's why you have to stay in contact with people that struggle with their mental health, because you never know what's going on up here. You never know. And I've seen too many people end it because they didn't have somebody to talk to. That they were left alone with nobody to talk to. Nobody checked in on them. And September is Suicide Awareness Month. And it shouldn't be just 1 month out of the year you pay attention to somebody that struggles with their mental health. No, it should be every day. You should be checking in on people. Be like, hey, just checking in on you. How you feeling today? Just a quick text message. Even that can brighten somebody's day when they're down. Is, hey, somebody thought of me today. Maybe that thought I had in my head, it was stupid. Now I got this text message, and look at that, another one came in. Show you care. Show you care. Okay? Because you never know when the last time you're going to see that person. You never know. Things can happen in the blink of an eye, whether it's the person's fault or not. We never know. Stay in contact with people that struggle with mental health problems. Let them know that they're wanted and that they're loved and they're cared about. Don't make them feel like they're a burden. Never make somebody that is part of your life ever feel like they are a burden to you. Because if they are a burden to you, you do not need to be their friend. You do not need to be their family. You need to take your happy little ass and just walk away from them. Because you know what? You're not helping them at all. Because the minute they hear, either from you or from somebody else, that you consider them a burden, now they're going to rethink everything that's gone on in their head, and you just made their mental health worse. Because now they're overthinking, and they're thinking, well, where did I go wrong? Where did I go wrong? What did I do to this person? And they didn't do anything. It's just the person can't handle somebody that has mental health problems. I've dealt with that in many relationships where the person I was with couldn't handle somebody with their mental health problem, so what do? They just walk out. Just walk out. Or take it out on me. I can't help it if I have mental health problems. Go blame it on my first husband, why I have mental health problems. I have a whole list of people you can blame, that I can blame, why I have mental health problems. Let me give you the list of those people, and you can go talk to them. Talk to them to why they destroyed my mental health. But it all spans from my first husband. So go to Pennsylvania, find him, track him down. He goes to a church out there, I have no idea where, don't really care, don't give a shit, because he considers his wife and her daughter his family and disregards his 2 children. He's a low-life deadbeat. And I regret not listening to my father when my father said that that this guy is no good and he did not want me with him. I should have listened to my father. Sorry, Dad, I did not listen. I'm learning now. I should have listened. Don't ever take anger out on somebody that suffers with mental health problems. If you have a spouse or a partner and you live with them, or a family member lives with you, and they struggle with mental health problems, and you come home and they're in bed, and you notice there's still dishes in the sink, or the laundry hasn't been done, or the laundry's sitting in the wash machine, never got put in the dryer, now it stinks. Do not go to that person and start screaming at them. People with mental health problems need to rest. We have this thing called an internal battery, and when it gets low, we need to recharge it, just like you have to recharge where you have to charge your cell phone. How I have to charge this microphone after I've used it too many times. People need to recharge themselves. So if they're in bed and nothing got done, don't be screaming at them. Don't be screaming at them. If they're awake, ask them, hey, everything okay? I noticed a few things when I came in, and it concerns me that, are you feeling okay? Are you sick? Are you having some anxiety today? Is there anything you'd like to talk about? Don't scream at them. Don't blame them. Nothing I don't want to ever hear from anybody is, why are you so lazy? Why can't you do this? Why can't you do that? No, they're not we are not lazy. We need to rest. That's the thing. We need to rest. We've gone back to our childhood where we need to take naps. Okay? And I wish I took more naps when I was a kid. Wish I didn't argue with my parents about taking naps. Because you know what? I like naps now. Especially with my mental health problems, I like naps. Don't blow up at somebody that suffers with mental health problems because something was not done. Another thing is, don't order them around. When you know they're struggling with their mental health, give them time for themselves. Don't start ordering them to do things. Give them time. Give them time. It's not their fault. It's not my fault. We did not ask for these mental health problems. They just seem to show up, and they're living in our brain rent-free. Do we like that idea? No. Can we evict them? We wish we could, but we're still trying to figure that out, how to get that eviction notice to them. Me, I'm hoping soon I'll be able to hand that eviction notice over to that little anxiety in my brain, kind of like from Inside Out too. A little anxiety with the little fountain spray hair, I'm going to give anxiety an eviction notice. Give depression an eviction notice. Give panic an eviction notice, because I don't want them there anymore. Don't. But unfortunately, they're living there right now rent-free. So, this is my mental health awareness to you. And to people that have mental health problems, is mental health situations are life-draining. They cause a lot of aches and pains. They cause you to have a lot of thoughts in your head. It's like you're not even yourself when you're struggling with your mental health, because that's not you. That's not you. That's somebody else. That's you standing there, that's you sitting there, that's you laying there, but it's not you. It's your mental health decided to take over. And we just need to learn how to control our mental health. And it's not easy. It's not easy. Been trying to learn this unmedicated for almost 3 years, and I still haven't figured it out. I figured out some, but I haven't figured it all out because I have problems where symptoms are coming right back. And mainly it's because of my living environment, people I deal with, things that have happened to me. It's a hard thing to live with. And it's an even harder thing to live with when people belittle you, put you down. So, if you have a friend or family member that suffers with mental health problems, please, please, please stay in contact with them. Even if it's just a simple text message that says, hey, how you feeling today? It's fine. Because some people, like me, I don't like answering my phone. I hate answering my phone. My phone goes off, I get anxiety issues, and I think it stems from the different phone calls that I've had in my life that were very traumatic. The one that sticks out to me is at 4 o'clock in the morning, my sister calling me and telling me my dad passed away. I do not like to hear my phone ringing. It scares me, it terrifies me. I go into a panic every time my phone rings. Hence why my phone is usually stuck on Do Not Disturb, because I do not want to be disturbed. I will eventually check my phone and see if anybody called me. Check my messages. I do have some people that phone calls can go through. Text messages can go through. I have that set up where the different contacts that can get through. So my back is kind of hurting, sitting in this position. Doesn't help that I am overweight, but I'm also sitting on a bed. I'm not comfortable at all. And it's kind of making my anxiety kind of go up there, because I'm like, okay, my back is hurting, now my head's hurting. Boom, you see how it's something so simple can cause somebody's anxiety to go. Pain in my back. I have a misaligned spine. I cannot afford to go to a chiropractor because I would have to go 2 times a week, and with my husband's job, we can't afford to do that, and since he's the only income right now, we definitely can't afford it. So, I'll let y'all go. I may come back later today and do another video with you. Not 100% sure. My battery is low on my cell phone. My internal battery is a little low. I need to figure out what I'm going to eat, and I don't know. So it is now 5:31 p.m. here in New York, and it's been a day. It's been a day, and I hope tomorrow's a better day, but who knows? So I'll see y'all in a little bit. Bye for now.